Hello and welcome to Book Reviews. If you're anything like me, you really want to get into books, but the whole reading thing is so much of a hassle. I mean, why bother to sit down and read when you could do more productive things like sit down and eat? Which is why I made this channel, to help people become more literate. And I have way too much time on my hands. The only thing I could do on YouTube besides this is a makeup tutorial, and God knows I can't do that. I'm just not good at making that foggy eye effect, you know? Today's book up for discussion is Ninth Grade Slays by Heather Brewster. It centers around Vladimir Todd, a high schooler who's also half vampire. This is the second book in the series, preceded by 8th Grade Bites. This cover really baffles me. The first book's all fine and dandy, I mean the guy looks all brooding and that's cool, but what happened with this book? He goes from an emo Eminem to a half-drawn anime character. And it's just this book. All the other novels have the same brooding thing going on as the first. Then again, this is young adult, and they're not exactly known for their consistency. In case you haven't picked up on any of the clues yet, this is a young adult novel. Now, just off the bat, let me tell you that I am a devout young adult reader. I read passages from the young adult Holy Trinity every night. You know, the Father, Son, and the obligatory John Green novel. Young adult has a very wide appeal these days, not just with teens, but with every other age group as well, young and old, black and white, straights, gays, and lesbians. The first book in this series was published in 2007, right when Harry Potter was wrapping up and Twilight fever was in full swing. Naturally, this book combines elements from both. Aside from sounding like the most unoriginal fanfic ever, the novel in turn suffers from a lot of old cliches. Vladdy here, for instance, is a special kid trying to get through high school, has no parents around, and is the subject of a prophecy where he's gonna one day take over the world or something. Book 2 centers around Vlad trying to adjust to his crazy life in high school. He befriends a guy named Joss, who's almost as angsty and misunderstood as he is, probably because his name is Joss. And as it turns out, big spoiler, he likes to hunt vampires. Wait. Seriously? Joss not only turns out to be a vampire hunter, but the dumbest one alive. He's not only unable to figure out that the pale kid named Vladimir is the vampire, but winds up trusting him with his secret, and they go off on a little vampire witch hunt together. So they're about to nab this legit evil vampire guy, but then Vlad's secret gets out, and Jossie's not too happy about that. Good thing he was only mind controlled by the evil vampire to hunt Vlad. Thank God for mind control. It makes creating villains so easy. You don't have to deal with any of that messy character development or interpersonal conflict. The likable character's only fighting the protagonist because he's been brainwashed. Easy! My final verdict for this book is a, out of 10. It does a lot of things a sequel novel should do, elaborating on the vampire lore and whatnot, but nothing else gets resolved. Again, this is the middle book of a series, so that might be perfectly fine for some people, but for all the build-up, the conclusion certainly wasn't satisfying. Just sort of teased what would happen in later installments. The cliches really don't help the book's case either. Ah, book, case, bookcase. Ah. Well, this marks the end of my crappy review. I leave you with these parting words. I may be a pretentious teenager, but I'm a pretentious teenager with a video camera. Thank you.